Hello everyone. Today I have decided to show you how you can easily turn a photo of a person into a cartoon character. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I barely ever use any reference photos. I tend to draw my original characters only from my imagination. That is not to say that I don't ever use references. In fact, I am very much against doodling mindlessly and never doing any real and focused studies on a reality image or work of other artists, because that way you're only trapped in your existing knowledge, so your art might become stale after some time simply because you're not getting as much inspirations in. So for practicing, I am often using reference photos, and I try to do what I am doing right here. I try to cartoonize people so that I can work on my style and make what is real into a cartoon representation of it. What you should know is this: if you want to cartoonize a person, you need to exaggerate one or two features of that person and just simplify it to the best of your ability. So how do you do that? First of all, you need to find a reference that really resonates with your style. Like if you're really fond of simple generic faces, it's so much easier for you to interpret it in your cartoon world. Or if you're more intrigued by queer, more defined faces, then you're more likely to be able to stylize and cartoonize them. It's a matter of preference. You should be able to draw pretty much anything that interests you because you're more likely to be interested in drawing them. And the more motivation you have, the more likely it is for you to succeed and get better at it. For example, I am extremely fond of cute kid faces, so I tend to draw them more often. And I think the reason behind my choice is that a kid's face or anatomy is closer to my drawing style, and it has more of a defined, cute, strange look to them. So after you choose the right reference, it's time for you to refine it to a simplified and basic look. You need to simplify the lines and the shapes of the person you're drawing, which is the most crucial part of cartoonizing. You are deciding what details you need to get rid of and what features you need to exaggerate even more. And there's always something in each photo that can guide you in deciding that. You need to take a step back and think about the first thing that was attracting about that character. What made you choose it in the first place? What features of it stands out the most? You need to find the core story in your characters and try to tell it in a more exaggerated and basic way. So basically, you need to spend some time observing people's facial features and body proportions. And you need to pay close attention to different facial shapes and expressions. If you grasp a strong understanding of these details, you can easily capture the essence of people's appearance in cartoon forms as well. And after you are familiar with the overall detail of the character, you can start simplifying it into basic shapes. For example, a round face, oval eyes, and a curved smile. Exaggerating certain features can add personality to the character. What you are witnessing right here is my struggles to find the perfect shape of my cartoon character. I try to correct it so many times, and it always takes a few tries. And if you have paid attention, the part that took the most time was the mouth part. Since her wide smile is the highlight of my character, I was more concerned about getting it right. I wanted to depict it in an exaggerated way, so I ended up with a very big white teeth smile. And that's exactly what I mean. You need to find a highlight in your reference, find what grabs your attention right away, what you can see even when you squint your eyes. Those are the basic fundamentals that need to be included in your character drawings. And after getting the first draft of my rough sketching done, it was time to make another layer and go over it again and again for cleaner lines. Something that helps when you are trying to get cleaner lines is setting the stability amount around 50% in the brush setting. If you do this, you wouldn't get shaky, trembly lines. One other tips that helped me get better characters out of the reference was experimenting with different styles of cartooning to find the right one that I actually loved. For example, I experimented with simple and minimalistic styles, and I figured that I really love that specific style of drawing. But you might be interested in detailed and intricate styles, so you can figure it out by experimenting around and trying to find the right one for you. And once you develop your style, cartooning will become so much easier. You know exactly what detail to put in and what to exclude. Having a style is like having a template. You can simply put any reference in front of you and start drawing based on that template. It's like you are developing a drawing habit. It's your signature. And I know that I haven't still figured it out for myself either, because I know that I have a specific style, but I am always trying to improve it and make it even more stable throughout my artwork. So when you're done with the sketching, then you need to figure out what color combination you want to use throughout your drawings. This is the part that you can be the most creative at. You can change the entire look of your reference by simply adding colors that you love. And this is also tightly tied to your style of drawing, which can only be developed by practicing. But finding the right color for your drawing is not that big of a deal. Like in so many drawings of mine, I've been using what color I love, and it wasn't really hard for me to find those colors because I was already interested in those colors. I would go on Pinterest and I would look at dressings and fashions that are in that specific color that I really love, and I would use it in my drawings as well. I would just like import those colors into my color palette in Procreate, and I would pick some sort of like sketchings that are similar to what my style is and just try to color those sketchings. And it was such a beautiful practice because like I figured that there are so many colors that I've never even thought of. I've never even used in my entire artistic journey. It's never been on my mind, and I am super interested in them. And I figure that I love the world because the world is filled with colors, and wherever you go, you find those colors and you kind of like pay attention to them and you find the color combinations that you love out in the wild, which is wild by itself because when you're an artist, the world will become a book for you. Like you're just reading something, you're studying something all the time by observing it, by going around and having new experiences. It just gives a new color to your world. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I can see you in the next video. Have a nice week.